Hi everyone, welcome to episode 3 of the Growthclinicc podcast. Today we have Coach Raj, who, according to him, is in the business of transforming business owners into high energy kings. And in this episode, we speak about the mistakes people make in the gym, the best times of day to work out, the right supplements to use, and big pharma and society. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. So, how are you doing, Coach Raj?
Doing great, man. Really appreciate you for having me on the podcast. I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're currently in Dubai.
Yes, sir.
You live there or you went there on holidays?
No, I'm just traveling right now, so I'll be here for 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm. So how has that been now? When did you get to Dubai?
When did I get to Dubai?
Yeah.
I got here 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm. So how has it been?
It's been pretty cool, man. I haven't done anything like crazy at all so far.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been like exploring the area. There's a grocery store right next to my Airbnb. There's a gym pretty close by that's in like a nice place.
Yeah.
So, and there's a mall pretty close by. I'll probably go there later today or tomorrow.
I feel you, man. There has to be a gym around you to make the stay worth it. Because if there's no gym around, working out at home and doing push-ups doesn't cut it sometimes for me.
I mean, you could definitely do something at home if you don't have access to a gym. But for me, I love going to the gym, like getting into it, having the equipment. And when I'm at the gym, I feel like I'm there for one reason, and that's to train.
Yeah. And you have more motivation to actually work out there than in your room. I feel you. So, how long have you been in the fitness space?
I've been lifting or training for 7 years. Been playing sports for 15 years. And I've been coaching for just over a year now.
What sport do you play?
So I played tennis competitively, played tournaments for over a decade, played in college tennis, and then I played like basketball and some other sports on the side too.
Well, it makes sense because you say you were born in Hong Kong. That's like the headquarters of tennis, man. Those guys are crazy.
Yeah.
So how was it? Like you say you played professionally for a while. How was it? Did you win any medals? Did you come out top in any competition? How was it? This is a chance to brag a little.
So I actually one of my goals was to get a professional ranking. Mm-hmm. So I won one match on the pro circuit. Played in college, had a pretty good college career. Was captain senior year, and won a few tournaments over the course of my career.
Yeah, you must have been very good for you to be the captain. That's nice.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to be? You said you've been coaching for over a year now. What made you start? What made you start that?
So I always loved training, and I loved cooking. And I love talking to people about training, learning more things about, the biomechanics, how to improve my own training. And then my friends would start coming to me for advice, and I would love talking to them, designing them programs for free. Just it never felt like a chore. And then I got my brother in really good shape. He made a crazy transformation. And I realized I really like doing this, and I was very good at coaching. So then I went to Twitter, and I just started tweeting. Obviously, the first few months, no one saw any of my stuff, but I kept making adjustments.
The first few months is hell, man.
Yeah, I mean, but everyone goes through it, and you got to be able to just keep going, and eventually you'll have a little bit of a breakthrough. You might meet a couple people, help you out, and then you'll start to see progress.
So you've been getting a lot of positive responses so far from Twitter, right?
Yes.
I feel like the Twitter community is very supportive of fitness in general, like bettering yourself.
They're super supportive because, like, this side of Twitter, I would say is like self-improvement Twitter that we're both on. It's like there's many things. There's like fitness Twitter, there's like finance Twitter, money Twitter, side hustle Twitter. But the thing is, all of these communities, they all understand the value of health and fitness. So then all of these guys from these different sides of self-improvement Twitter all follow and respect and listen to and interact with fitness Twitter guys. And there's not many young guys like my age
Yeah,
who
yeah.
are posting content consistently. There's probably like 10 of us, 10, maybe 20. And there's also no other, well, there's one other, but there's very few Indian guys on fitness Twitter. So I feel like that helps me out a lot.
I think that was one of the reasons I reached out to you, because you were also young and you made a lot of progress, and I saw the people you had helped who went through insane body transformation. I was impressed. I was like, man, I had to have you on the show. Man, you're doing a lot of good work, man. Well done.
Appreciate it, man. I mean, it feels really good to
Mhm.
just help people have a positive impact, because the thing is, when you so I've been lit training for 7 years, right?
Yeah.
And I've like done all these stuff, like research, like made mistakes myself, improved. So now I've gotten to the point where I can help a lot of people fast track their journey to making a transformation. And when I share my knowledge and like implement them a program, whether it's a paying client or just someone who follows me or just a friend, I can, it's not that, oh, I see them lose weight. I mean, that's cool too, or build a little muscle, gain strength. That's cool. But what I love seeing is seeing people like gain more energy, gain more confidence, and just improve their entire lives.
And getting your body in check affects other areas of your life.
Exactly.
Your confidence, it goes off the roof when you're seeing progress. You,
Yes.
the point you become addicted to working out is when you see your first cut, the first progress in the gym. Like you come back home and you see that, oh, your biceps are getting well defined or something. You're losing weight and you want to start going every day. That's like the good thing about working out.
Yes. I mean, like everyone loves making progress. And the good thing about working
Mm-hmm.
out is you can actually quantify progress. Let's say
Yeah.
with weight loss, you can see the scale go down, or if your lifts are improving, you can see that. So it's not like you don't think you're making progress, you know you're making progress.
Yeah.
And then once you make progress in your fitness, in your health, then you gain the confidence and you can make progress in any area of your life, whether that's your mental health, your relationships, your finances, and all just compounds.
And I feel like it affects your discipline most especially, because when you start going every day, 3 times, 4 times, 6 times a week, going every day, and you're not seeing progress on week one, week two, but you're still going, it affects other areas. You start to take each day at a time and keep putting in the work, because you know that in the future a change will come. Working out taught me that thing a lot. It taught me that a lot, because some weeks you don't see any progress, but you just have to keep coming to the gym, showing up every day, and it also helps my writing too. When I write on Medium, and for like a year, I wasn't seeing any growth. So, but I kept on doing it, and I was like, I have to keep showing up every day, and that's what I did. And months later, I started seeing progress generally. So yeah, working out actually does that to you.
Yeah, 1000%, man. It just improves
Mhm.
every area of life.
So how do you deal with, you spoke about the mistakes you learned, and you corrected along the way. So what are some mistakes you see new people at the gym making?
Yeah, that's a great question, man. I think the number one mistake I see new people at the gym making is not tracking their workouts. So they just go into the gym with no plan and then they just wing it. And the thing is, if you don't track your workouts, you don't know if you're progressing. And it becomes very hard. You're just guessing. So it's important to track your workouts so you know how much you can progress by each week. So what I mean by this is you want to track the exercise you're doing, how many reps and how many sets and how many reps you're able to complete it for. And then each week or each time you do that same exercise or same workout, you want to try to improve in some way. And that could be adding a rep or two,
Yeah.
increasing the weight by like 2 pounds, 5 pounds, improving your form, or taking less rest time. You know, there's so many ways you can progress, but mainly it would be to just improve your reps and increase the weight. And then if you do that for a long, long period of time, for months and months, you will gain a lot of strength. And by gaining strength, you build muscle. And the more muscle you have, and the thing is, people think, oh, like they don't want to build muscle, they just want to lose weight or be a little healthier. But the thing is, the more muscle you have, even if it's a little bit more, you're a healthier person because you can eat more and either maintain or lose weight, and it's just healthier to have more muscle. You prevent injury, you just feel better, you're stronger, and there's no downsides. And another mistake I see beginners making all the time is not having enough protein. So I think it's very important that you have at least zero point 0.7 grams per pound of body weight, given you're under 300 pounds. And the best way to do this is by splitting it out evenly. So let's say you are 200 pounds, and so you want to get at least 140 grams of protein. So you can break that into 3 or 4 or 5 even meals. So you start your day with a high protein breakfast, you end it with a high protein dinner or snack, and then you fit 2 or 3 meals in between. And that way, you'll be getting it'll be the easiest way to consistently hit your protein, and you'll be maximizing muscle protein synthesis.
You suggest that people eat 4 times a day.
Eating frequently makes it easier to hit your goals. Like if you're only having 1 or 2 meals, it's going to be very hard to hit a lot of protein, but you want to choose which is most sustainable for you. So I know people who eat 1 or 2 meals a day and they have amazing results, but the meals are just huge. But I could never do that. So I'll just say find what works for you and stick to it.
That makes sense. So what do you think another mistake is? Because for me, I feel like most times people go into the gym and quit after like a month or something. How do you combat that? How do you motivate your students to keep coming to the gym or keep working out? How do you do that?
I say that it comes down to 2 things.
Mm.
One is tracking your progress, which we talked about. So it's like if you see you're making progress, whether even it's just losing a couple pounds or getting a little bit stronger, that shows you that you can, if you keep going, your progress will be obviously greater, and it gives you inspiration. And then 2 would be knowing your why. So why are you training? Why are you making health a priority? And I actually advise my clients to write this down because it just gives them a sense of clarity. So it's like, and it has to be something that's genuine to you. It doesn't have to be the most noble thing in the world. It just has to be honest. So whether that could be to set a good example for your family, to be a leader, to improve your energy, to improve your confidence, to feel better about yourself, or it can be something just to be more attractive to the opposite sex. Your why doesn't really matter as long as it's honest and it's powerful.
Yeah. So in that situation, what if they are not seeing any results after going for 2 months and doing everything like dieting properly, going to the gym 5 times a week? How do you still motivate them to keep going? Because this happens a lot.
Well, I'd say it's none of my clients have ever not seen results, even after 2 weeks. Because if you're not seeing results after 2 months, you're doing something wrong. And the thing is, when you track your progress, track your weight, track your strength, and you're tracking your nutrition, you'll be able to see in a week if you've not made any progress. Then you can make adjustments. So let's say your goal is fat loss, and in a week you haven't lost any weight at all, not even a little bit. Then you know it's a very simple solution. You're eating too much. So just eat less, but keep your protein high. And if you're not gaining strength, you're not training hard enough, or maybe your sleep is off. So it's like you should never get to the point where 2 months goes by and you have not made any progress. If you're not making progress in the first week or 2, and when I say progress, I don't mean like you necessarily look any different. Progress just means you're a little lighter, or you're a little stronger, or you feel a little better. That's already progress. And if you're not making progress after a week or 2, you need to make an adjustment.
Yeah. I feel like that's the importance of having a coach, because a coach will help you switch things up, and it's faster. You get faster results than doing it by yourself, because a coach is more experienced, and he is there to guide you through the downtimes. Downtime that when I say downtimes, I mean times when you don't see the results at all. So they help you switch things up, and I feel like that's very important for fitness.
Yeah, so definitely helps to have a coach. And if
Yeah.
you don't necessarily have to, I mean, obviously paying for a coach is the easiest and most direct way to achieve your goals, because your coach depends on you to progress. So it helps him. It's a win-win situation. and you'll have someone just can give you the easiest way to achieve your goals, the most straightforward way per se, keep you accountable. But just like you can do your own research, you can have friends, you can track your progress, and you can be your own coach if you're self-motivated.
So there's something I see at the gym. The bigger people, like fatter people, they are all about the treadmills, which I feel like that shouldn't be your sole focus. What do you have to say about that? What's your advice to your fatter students who are trying to lose weight in 6 months or something? How do you get started with them?
Yeah, so I would say the treadmill is pretty overrated
Yeah.
because you might as well just walk outside, right? There's no
Mhm.
need to go to the and go on the treadmill. But it is definitely better than doing nothing. And if you rather do that, then go for it. But I would say if you're just struggling to lose weight, key thing just comes down to a calorie deficit and a high protein diet.
Yeah.
And then strength training and building strength, building muscle, that will help you because you'll be able to eat more and still lose weight, and you'll be able to feel better. And also you'll look better when you've lost weight. The goal is to lose fat and build muscle, not just lose muscle and fat.
So do you do the okay, let's talk about workout strategies now. The push pull legs strategy. Is that like the are there other routines than the push pull leg division?
Yeah, I'm actually not a huge fan of push pull legs. I haven't done that in a while just because push pull legs, you'd have to train 6 times a week to hit
Mhm.
every body part twice a week. So on my clients, most of my clients, they're on modified push pull splits, which means, and this is what I do as well, which means on your push days you hit quads and glutes, and on your pull days you hit hamstrings as well. So what this means is you only have to train 4 times a week, and you hit every muscle group twice a week. And you can make your each of the pull days slightly different. So let's say on your first push day, you don't do any chest, you just do legs, shoulders, and triceps. And then on your second push day, you do legs, chest, and triceps. And then on your pull day, you can do on the first one, you can focus more on horizontal rows. And then on your second one, you can focus more on vertical rows. This is my ideal split. And this is the split that, I mean, I've tried pretty much every split. And this is the one that I like the most. And my clients respond well to.
That makes sense because personally I do the push pull legs. I started working out 6 times a week and like from like 3 months ago, and I've been doing the push pull leg splits, and I feel like that is how I got my most progress.
Yeah, I mean, if you can train 6 times a week and you're
Mhm.
consistent with it, then go for
Yeah.
it. But for me, it's like also I'm like traveling a lot, and some days I just can't go to the gym, so I rather just stick to the push pull modified. Also, for me, I don't like doing a full day for legs. I just don't enjoy it. I rather just break up my leg days into push and pull days. I mean, there's no really like best split per se. As long
Yeah,
as you're
actually.
training each once a week, then you're fine.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
can do 2 body workouts a week and be fine. You can do a full body workout, an upper workout, and a lower workout. Hit every muscle group twice a week by training 3 times a week and be good. It's just about assessing how many times a week you can train consistently. And like obviously if you're younger, if like for me this is my job, right?
Mhm.
This is what I do. I love doing it. I can easily train 6 times a week if I want to. But for someone who's a father who has a very demanding job, it's like you're not going to train 6 times a week. So might as well choose a routine that complements your lifestyle.
Yeah, that, that makes sense a lot. So what's like your favorite time to work out? Morning, evening, when?
For me, I'll be honest, I'm not an early riser. I usually wake up at 9.
Yeah.
So what I do is I will wake up, do some work, make breakfast, and then I'll probably go to the gym at around 11,
Mm.
11, 12, and then I'll come back. And for post workout, I'll have my lunch. So I always like to get a solid meal in before and then wait a little bit and then go to the gym. I'll drink, so like for example, today, woke up 9, had my breakfast. Always have carbs before going to the gym. My breakfast, and then I did some work. And then I had a sales call. On the sales call, it was at 11:45. I was drinking coffee So as soon as the call was over, I went straight to the gym.
Mm-hmm. So do you think the gym time, like morning or evening, affects your workout, like the results, something, or your energy
Yes,
level?
for me, I find afternoons the best because I have coffee before and that I won't have any trouble sleeping. If I go an evening workout, then either I'll have coffee and I won't be able to fall asleep. It'll be tough to fall asleep, or I won't have coffee and I won't get that caffeine boost. But I also don't like working out before a meal or fasted because then I don't have that carbs, I don't have that energy.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, anywhere between like 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. is ideal. But I know some people have great workouts first thing in the morning. Some people have great workouts at night. So it's more about like seeing what fits your schedule, but definitely try different times, see what's best for you, and choose a time that you can consistently adhere to.
Yeah. Personally, I mix my own up. Sometimes, some days I go in the morning, some days I go in the evening. But I prefer morning workout because I get to work out longer and I'm more energetic all through the day and I'm calmer all through the day. So I feel like morning workouts are my thing. I prefer them more.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people just feel the same way.
Yeah. So let's talk about supplements. Do you advise them?
So I rarely talk about supplements because I think they're icing on the cake. Like a lot of times people are like a lot of people just DM me like what supplements you take. I mean I tell them, but it's like people want that fast solution. So a lot of times people who aren't training consistently, their nutrition's average, they're not sleeping that much. These are the types of people who think supplements are the key, like shortcut, right? And the reality is, it's not going to do that much for you. It's just going to optimize a couple of things and maybe give you 1 to 2% extra progress. With that being said, if your nutrition training and recovery is pretty solid, then you might as well, like, there's nothing wrong with taking some supplements. It'll just only help you a little bit, right? And I take supplements. So the supplements I take are vitamin C,
Why?
creatine,
Why?
whey protein. Wait, go for it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you why you take vitamin C.
So I take vitamin C just because, honestly, for my skin,
Mm-hmm.
and it's something that I don't get. I don't eat that many fruits, so
Yeah.
I'll probably have like I'm slightly probably undernourished on vitamin C, and I
Mm-hmm.
just feel better when I do have some
Yeah.
vitamin C, magnesium for sleep, creatine,
Mm-hmm.
whey protein, ashwagandha,
Yeah.
and fish oil.
Yeah. Why do you take fish oil?
Fish oil, I believe it's for skin and it's anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
It's just a pretty standard one, and I've seen. Like, I'm no supplement expert at all. I just like if I see something that's very well researched, and I know a lot of people who I trust and respect are advocates for these supplements, then I'll take it, and it can't hurt, right? It'll only give me a slight boost, or it won't do anything. It's not gonna do anything bad.
Mm. I feel like the staple supplements are creatine and whey protein. I feel like those are the most important ones
Yeah. No,
because
100%. I think protein, I don't even really consider it a supplement, whey protein. It just makes it easier to hit your, daily protein goals, and it's convenient. And creatine, I would say that's the best supplement in the world because it is something that will just give you a 5% boost very, very easily, usually.
yeah. Like my workouts changed when I started taking creatine. Like I had more energy and I felt for some reason I felt more motivated to go to the gym when I started taking creatine. I think
Yeah.
it was more exciting to go to the gym because that high that creatine gives you, the energy boost or something. Um, I just really enjoy taking creatine.
Yeah, same here. I've been on it for years and I've experienced zero side effects.
Yeah,
Some people say like some like acne, but for me it hasn't. So
yeah. I don't think I've heard about the acne one.
yeah.
So I saw a tweet you posted some days ago. You said every health minister should be under 20% body fat. And it made me laugh because there's like no health minister that is healthy that has below 20% fat. They're all bulky and big, and so it just shows how the pharmaceutical industry and the health industry as a whole is just, I don't know, man. I don't know the word to use.
No, it's insane, man. It's just crazy, to be honest. Like,
Mhm.
the fact that people who are making, health recommendations to the global population at
Mhm.
scale literally are obese, like not even like, oh, he's a little chubby, but like morbidly obese. It's ridiculous. I don't even know what to think about it.
Yeah. And the disease rates, people are falling sick every day because of the flawed recommendations these guys are giving.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because
Yeah.
if you look at it from the standpoint of health and like the
Yeah.
well-being of the like people at scale, it makes no sense. Like nothing makes sense.
Yeah.
But if you look at it from a standpoint of like power and profits, it all makes sense. And it's
Yeah.
just crazy how the people in these positions of power and of authority prioritize their own control, their own profits over literally the health of billions of people.
Mhm.
The thing is, healthy people,
Mhm.
healthy people, they're not reliant on, they're not gonna listen to everything you say, and they're gonna do what they think's best. They're not sheep. They're not, and they're also not reliant on medicine and these like big industries like big pharma and everything
Mhm.
because they don't have many health issues.
Mhm.
Like think about it, if you're morbidly obese, you're gonna be one, you're more scared, so you'll be listening to these health authorities, people in
Yeah.
position of power. And
Mhm.
two, you're also going to be spending a lot more on medical bills, healthcare, and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Thinking about these things just stresses me out because I feel like they'll rather sell you some drug than tell you to work out or eat properly. They'll rather sell you a drug because I feel like everybody is looking for the fastest solution. That's why things are the way they are. They know there's a market for people seeking quick solutions to their problems, and they keep selling you these drugs that do a fraction of what proper dieting and exercise can do for you. So it's crazy, man.
I know, man. It's just crazy. I mean, like you said, like just thinking about it, obviously, like stresses me out, doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah,
But like, well, there's not much. Obviously, like we do have somewhat of an audience. We can do our absolute best
yeah,
to spread it.
that's what I was about to say. That we can do our the little we can to try to communicate to people how or lead people right, because this podcast is a tool to reach out to the world. Our Twitter accounts are tools to reach out to the world. So little by little, people who are willing to hear will hear and will take this in and use them. So, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all we can do, right? One, we're trying to practice. We are practicing what we preach. Like we're living a healthy lifestyle. We're staying informed. We're doing the best we can, and we're also sharing our journey, our lessons, things we know to our audience, right? And if you look at it on a grand scale, like it's like, oh, I have zero impact, right? Like,
Yeah.
what's our I don't know how many followers you have, but I have 4,000 something, and like obviously, if you compare that to the scale that these health authorities are able to reach, it's nothing. But we're still trying. We're doing our best, and slowly by slowly, it's like that message compounds. So let's say
Yeah.
like 20, 30 people who follow us like make a change, right? They completely change their life and they realize they're like, oh wow, and it clicks. And then now their friends see them and they talk about their journey and everything. And then now that impacts another 30 people per
Mm.
each person. And that compounds. So it's like even though we may not have like the biggest audiences or biggest reaches in the world, that effect really compounds and it's like we can have a bigger impact than we realize.
Mhm. It's all a network. If you ask me, it's all a network. Because the more we preach, the more it spreads. No matter how small, it will still get to people who are willing to listen, and change will happen. Because is one day you started consuming self-help content or content that can actually improve you. You heard it from somebody, you heard it from another person, and you heard it from another person. And as time went on, they all compounded and you became this person. So that's the job for all of us to like be the best version of ourselves for the next person. And that's how the world gets better, in my opinion.
Yes, couldn't agree more, brother.
Yeah. All right, man. This has been an amazing conversation. Where can my listeners find you on the internet?
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, dude, I had a great time. As you know, I am most active on Twitter. That's where I post every single day. You can find me there at the Coach Raj. And if you have any fitness questions, if you're looking for coaching, anything at all, just DM me, and I'd love to talk.
All right. I mean, I wish you all the best in your coaching journey because like I said earlier, I've read some of your content and it's really inspiring seeing those things, that level of wisdom coming from somebody young like me, and I was like, wow, this is actually impressive. So good luck, man. Keep
Appreciate
doing
you, man.
keep doing what you're doing.
Much love, bro. We'll obviously keep growing, helping each other out and stay on our missions.
All right, man. It was good having you. Thank you for coming, Coach Raj.
Appreciate you, man. I had a great time. Hope everyone got some value from this. And yeah, man, it was a great time.
Thank you for coming this far. My name is Coach Kokoro. Find me on Twitter at Growthclinicc. Growthclinicc with 2 C's at the end. Or check my website at coachkokoro.com.